In our Consumer Watch, baby formula is getting even harder to come by as the U.S. deals with continued supply chain issues. The FDA also recalling some major brands because of possible contamination.
And local families are feeling the impact, some being forced to consider alternatives. Our Mayo Davison in studio tonight, and you spoke with a local pediatrician about what parents should and should not do during the shortage. What did you find out?
Yeah, that's right, Rob. Dr. Elizabeth Vance with Peak Vista Community Health Centers has seen more parents calling in for safe alternatives to formula and any samples they may have in their office. But even samples are getting hard to come by. The shortage creating a troubling situation for many families. There you go.
It is feeding time for 1-year-old Emma Grace.
And unfortunately, she needs iron in it too.
Since she was born 3 months early, she gets her formula through a G-tube in her belly.
Usually when we do order it, it's once a month, and then they just ship all of her formula for the month to us.
But Caitlin Miller says it's been hard to get their monthly supply with continued supply chain issues.
We got 5 canisters this time. And I'm hoping that it'll last the whole month, but it may only last about 3 weeks.
Yeah, you ready to be plugged in?
Emma Grace needs a specific type of formula with a certain amount of calories and nutrients. The wrong one could disrupt the effectiveness of her medication.
We can switch between 2 different kinds of formulas, but even then, there's now a shortage of the other kind of formula that we, substitute it for.
She is not the only mother feeling the effects of the shortage.
We use the Enfamil Gentle Use, which is the purple can. And yeah, it's not as full as it was about 6 months ago.
Teresa Henning plans to switch her daughter Lilac over to baby food in a couple of months. But it's not an option for many other parents.
I think the first thing to do would be definitely call your pediatrician and talk to them. Sometimes they may have samples that they can give you to kind of bide you some time until the store is restocked.
She says parents may also be able to order directly from the manufacturer, but she doesn't recommend homemade formula.
That's really dangerous actually, because then you're not getting the nutrients that the baby needs.
Working out, backup plans to your backup plans, I think is the best option for all of us right now.
For parents having a tough time finding formula, you can go to your local WIC office to see if you apply for assistance. We do have a complete list of resources right now on KOAA.com.
Mayo mothers with very new babies may consider breastfeeding instead while that formula shortage continues. So what did you find out about that alternative?
Well, pediatricians tell me that if you have a 3 or 4 month-year-old, you may not be able to start breastfeeding since breast milk stops producing after the first couple of weeks. To get that restarted would not be an option for many of them. If you have to switch to a formula more readily available, they recommend getting one as close to your original as possible to avoid any reactions.
Okay, Mayo Davison, thank you.